Hello guys, my name is Johnsen and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to become successful multilingual marketing agency. You see, language is just one aspect of communication. Cultural nuances play a crucial role in crafting messages that truly resonate. Invest in a team that not only speaks multiple languages but also possesses a deep understanding of the cultural contexts in which those languages are used. A few years ago, when I established my multilingual SEO company and then multilingual digital marketing company, there weren't any competitors online. And I help many businesses. Now there are so many people offering these services. I cannot vouch for the quality of their services. This is why I'm creating this video to let you know how it should be. Of course, I'm not telling you what to do. But maybe it gives you some ideas, right? Because every business is different. What I'm asking you is, avoid the pitfall of literal translation. Localization involves adapting content to specific markets, considering cultural references, idioms, and sensitivities. This ensures that your marketing materials are not just understood, but they also feel relevant and relatable to the target audience. So in the beginning, I know 18 languages and I started alone and I got so many projects. So I had to hire experts who lived in those countries and who could speak multiple languages. So I am talking about experience, But it's very important as a CEO of the company, you be able to speak several languages, understand several languages, the cultural nuances and stuff like that, in order to distinguish what is right, what is not right, I mean, I lived in Russia, Ukraine, I lived in China, Japan, US, Canada, France, UK, Norway, Denmark, Sweden. I lived in many countries. And through language, speaking multiple languages, you get a lot of experiences. You find things that you won't find in books and online on the internet, because you speak with people using their own languages and they share with you things that you can't find online. This is how I learned and gained experience in a very early age. I mean, I was 20 years old. I was teaching to postgraduate students in China, English history, English grammar. And sometimes I had to sneak in talking about Bible and God. It was very dangerous back then. If the government wanted to find you carry a Bible as a foreigner, they would have fined you $10,000. As a Chinese, you would have been executed. So I took a huge risk, but thank God everything went well. Another thing is, you should stay ahead of language trends. Languages are dynamic and evolve over time. So the French that people spoke back in 60s is different from French language now. The French language that Canadians speak is different from Parisian French. German in Austria, German language is different from German in Berlin, Germany. I mean, every country has its own dialects, different languages. Even people from those countries don't understand each other due to expressions, languages. Even in English-speaking countries, when you travel from one part of, let's say, United States to the other part, they use different slangs and idioms. So, yeah. And it's very important to stay ahead of a language trend because they evolve. A successful multilingual marketing agency stays ahead of language trends, understanding the evolution of slang and popular expressions in each target market. Even the teenagers and kids have their own slangs in those languages. So when you are ahead of the curve, then this ensures that your content remains fresh and resonates with the current cultural context. When I get multilingual advertising campaigns from major player companies, I don't just write those language. Let's say when I write in German, excuse me, I use slangs and sales pitch that resonate with Germans, or in France, I use the slangs and expressions, because if you use the same sales pitch that you use in English, you use in other languages, you just waste your advertising budget. You won't sell. This is how I've been able to have different clients and have money in order to make my films, because I never get funding and it's very difficult, you know. So another thing is you should use the technology wisely. Leverage technology to streamline your processes. Translation tools, content management systems, and data analytics can enhance efficiency and effectiveness. However, balance is key, my friend. Human insight is irreplaceable when it comes to capturing the culture and the language. Build a diverse team. I mean, your team is your greatest asset. With a great management system, you have a team that love you and do their best to provide great services. I mean, it's not just, let's say, if you want to hire a Norwegian to promote your products or services in Norway, just speaking Norwegian is not enough. That person should be a marketer with a track record of success, who speaks Norwegian, who understands the market, who has knowledge of marketing. Then you can hire him or her. Doesn't matter what color of skin they have, or gender, sexual orientation. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that person should speak the language properly, understand the slangs and culture. I mean, when I was at the college, my college later became university. That's why I'm saying university. They brought 30 Chinese students to. I was a student in information technology at north of Trøndelag in central Norway, and I had to teach them Norwegian language, culture, Norwegian culture, and they couldn't speak any other languages. And within 6 months, they were able to communicate in Norwegian and at the same time English. So my college, they gave me some documents to translate into Chinese language and vice versa. So I was the liaison between these two. Anyway, what I'm talking about is that when you hire a person in order to help you out, that person should have diverse skills and knowledge, both marketing knowledge, paid and organic advertising, and also cultural background, professional experience. It's the key. And educate your clients on the importance of a multilingual approach. Help them understand that it's not just about reaching more people, but about creating meaningful connections. Provide insight into the cultural landscape of target markets and how it influences consumer behavior. The global landscape is ever-changing, my friend. Successful multilingual marketing agencies are agile and adaptable. Be ready to provide the strategies based on emerging trends, market shifts, and technological advancements. Do the testing. I always do the testing because I don't only rely on what's going on search engine land, the articles there, because the majority of those articles are meant for ranking keywords and phrases in Google search result due to their domain authority. So what I'm asking you is to do the testing on your own. I've been testing on my own for many years. I don't rely on what is online. Of course, some of these online stuff give you the knowledge, but I promise you, when you do the testing on your own, you learn much more and you discover much more. I mean, let's talk about PPC advertising. PPC advertising, there are so many resources online about PPC advertising and techniques, and everybody is trying to teach you how to do PPC advertising, but when you put them in practice, they don't work for you. Still, when you put the budget there, you do everything by the book, you do everything right, but how come, let's say a YouTuber is talking about generating $100,000 in profit through PPC campaign, and he gives you a blueprint and you do exactly as he says or she says, but doesn't give the same result. So you have to do the testing on your own and see what works for you and for your client and what doesn't. Don't just rely on me to tell you how to do SEO or PPC. I have my knowledge. I share it with you. Some strategies are universal. You can use them. But most importantly, try to find a solution for the client, because there are so many. I even explain in my books, Multilingual Digital Marketing. I wrote 6. This year I published the 6th volume, and I started writing it and providing my experience since 2013. And every time I found out a new solution how to do it, and I wrote it in my books, because when I used to use Twitter, I stopped using it back in 2019, and I'm glad I did. Every time I shared my articles and my knowledge, some people took credit for them or trashed them for no apparent reason, so I stopped it. And I really had this, I got health issues, so I stopped using it, and since then everything is fine. I mean, I am fine, so I'm really happy. And I'm not saying not to use Twitter, it's your life, whatever you want, but I prefer to be on platforms where real people are, not bots. Like I said, adaptability is a virtue. The global landscape is changing, And the most important thing is you should measure and analyze results. Implement robust analytics to measure the success of your campaigns. Understand which linguistic and cultural elements are resonating most with your audience. This data-driven approach allows for continuous improvement and optimization of your multilingual marketing strategies. Networking and partnership. Forge partnerships with local experts and influencers in your target markets. Networking within diverse communities can provide valuable insights and open doors to new opportunities. Collaborate with influencers and micro-influencers, by the way, because now, my friend, the trend is to rely on micro-influencers. They are dominating today. They understand the cultural nuances and can connect with their audience, and you save advertising budget. When someone has, let's say, 300,000 followers, real followers, or an influencer who has 20,000 followers, you have a better chance to land sales more than someone who gets bot generated comments and stuff like that. And try to learn. Continuous learning is key. The linguistic and cultural landscape is constantly evolving. Encourage a culture of continuous learning within your agency and company. Stay informed about global trends, attend industry conferences, and invest in ongoing training for your team to ensure they remain at the forefront of multilingual marketing expertise. So you see, my friend, by embracing these tips, your multilingual marketing agency can not only navigate the complexities of global communication, but also thrive in a landscape where diversity and cultural understanding are integral to success. So, I hope you liked this video. Please share, subscribe, and if you have any questions, do let me know. I wish you a great day.